Many researchers and designers love the process of doing research, talking to users, observing behavior, and gathering data. But what they often dislike or even dread is what comes next. Analyzing all that qualitative data and writing up the findings. I get it. Analysis is time-consuming. It's intellectually demanding. You have to go deep into messy, nuanced feedback and figure out what it actually means. It's not glamorous and it's not easy. Now, with the rise of AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, it can be really tempting to just plug your data into a chatbot and ask it to analyze everything for you. Maybe you've seen people in your organization do this. I've heard harrowing stories like researchers putting in the work to analyze, only to find that stakeholders didn't want to wait. Instead, they took the transcripts, dropped them into a chatbot to get the insights faster. Sure, using Gen AI to analyze your data is fast, but it's also incredibly risky. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 reasons why it's risky to outsource analysis to AI. First, AI tends to overemphasize surface-level comments and patterns. For example, if several participants were asked about their overall impressions of the design, and they started saying something positive, such as, "I like it, it seems easy to use," AI often focuses on this in its summary and report. However, it's only when you look closer that you realize that maybe these participants were just trying to be polite. In fact, they may have discussed or encountered a range of issues with the design. If you're not careful, AI may report what was repeated the most, not what was most important. Second, another huge limitation is that AI chatbots don't see behavior. They're working purely from text, so anything observational is out of reach. If you're analyzing usability tests or data from observational studies like contextual inquiries, AI can't tell you what strategies a user took, where they hesitated, or how many attempts they took to complete a task. Additionally, experienced researchers recognize that what people say sometimes doesn't align with their actual behavior. That's why we rewatch recordings and don't just analyze the transcript. We examine both what people say and what they do to determine what users need or what's wrong with the design. Third, insights also come from what's not in the data. When producing insights, an experienced researcher asks, what did participants not say or not do? And that's because what's not in the data is sometimes just as important as what is. Perhaps there's a feature that no one mentioned or used during a task, even though it would have been helpful. Maybe because it wasn't discoverable. That observation is meaningful and is something AI misses. Fourth and finally, the last risk is to your credibility. When you hand your analysis off to AI, you miss the step of becoming deeply familiar with your data. That matters, because when stakeholders come back with questions, you need to be able to answer clearly, confidently, and with specificity. If you've relied entirely on AI to do the thinking for you, you won't be able to stand behind your recommendations or insights or offer more explanation. So yes, AI tools can make it fast and easy to generate a summary. But analysis isn't about summarizing, it's about interpreting. And that requires more than pattern recognition. It requires context, behavioral insight, and critical thinking. When we outsource analysis to a chatbot, we risk producing shallow, incomplete, or even misleading findings. And worse, we risk losing our ability to explain or defend the decisions we're making based on that data. So, use AI as an assistant, but don't outsource your analysis to it.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live, hands-on UX training.